Thank you, faculty and staff, beloved teachers, esteemed principals, family and friends. On behalf of Rochester High School, the incandescent institute of wisdom, and the conveyor of dreams for over 130 years, allow me to express my deep gratitude for the profound honor of addressing this year's commencement ceremony. Giving this year's speech is a distinct privilege for me because my presence here is improbable. My father grew up in a small village in Iraq. Along with his family of 15, he struggled to survive in a one-room mud adobe house where his freedoms were silenced by a brutal dictatorship that tortured him as well as others who stood in its path. My mother grew up with dreams of becoming a teacher despite the odds of deadly wars with missiles, tear gas, and bombs flying over her home in the middle of the night. But my parents had larger dreams for their future than that life. Through hard work and perseverance, they immigrated to America, which stood as a beacon of freedom, opportunity, and hope for a brighter future. We gather not only to celebrate our high school graduation, but to remember each and every one of our remarkable stories that have brought us together to this moment. To remember the history, hard work, and tenacity of past generations without which we wouldn't be standing here today. To remember that each of our individual stories are part of this greater story that has built America and will continue to do so. To appreciate the wisdom and strength that guided us through this chapter of our lives and recognize the educational journey that began 4 years ago as freshmen and carried us on to this night. To take what we have learned and reaffirm what RHS has taught us: respect, compassion, empathy, character, tradition, and honor. We are here to understand that in our modern environment of anger, cynicism, and partisanship, we all share the same aspirations, hopes, and dreams. We are part of this larger picture, a history that is yet to be written. We must recall the common purpose we share, that our dreams and aspirations are unified and our destiny is shared. As noted by our founding fathers over 200 years ago, e pluribus unum, out of many one. The idea that no matter who we are, or where we're from, or what we look like, what language we speak, regardless of our religion or ethnicity, whether we are rich or poor, we all can achieve our potential and seek success and prosperity. All of us must move forward, united, and meet the challenges we face. Together, we're the ones that are going to have to take on climate change, fight injustices, care for the poor, find cures for illnesses, and reclaim peace and hope. I believe we can seize the amazing potential of our future together and change the world because we are not as divided as we might think. We are unified in that struggle. We can meet these challenges because we are graduates of Rochester High School. In the words of Nelson Mandela, everything always seems impossible until it is done. We have already accomplished the first step of this process by learning how to be prepared for the future. We have received one of the finest world-class educations possible, which taught us to strive for the impossible and prove that our dreams are not too large or unaccomplishable. We are blessed to have had the many talented teachers and caring parents who not only prepared us for these feats, but also readied us for no more hand-holding or guidance to accomplish the tasks at hand. Through every stressful moment, as we walked these halls and panicked in our classes, we have all learned how to build character and greatness. Through unprecedented moments in our high school years, including the coronavirus, we have also grown and learned critical thinking skills that are unrivaled by past students. As Dr. Martin Luther King said, the function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character. That is the goal of true education. Here at RHS, we have not been instructed on what to think and believe, but rather how to think and passionately express our own beliefs while listening to each other, especially when we disagree. That, my fellow graduates, should be the proper measure of our education and immutable time spent here at Rochester High. So today, If you feel the same energy and excitement as I do, if you feel the same pride as I do, then we will continue our journey forward and be remembered as one of the greatest generations in history because we remember the lessons that we learned at this school. There has never been a group of young people like ourselves who are more prepared and resilient enough to rise to the challenges we face and overcome adversities. We value risk-taking and seek adventures, always saying yes to exploration even when we are uncomfortable. We fight for what is moral and right, and we don't retreat in front of complicated situations. We fight for the cause of peace and for what unifies us instead of what divides us. Lastly, we never forget the ideas of decency, kindness, and the common good that we learned at this school. As we leave high school, with stories and experiences that will be retold for many years, let us, in times of despair and agony in the coming years, fall back on these memories, to this precious moment, to our days that were filled with joy, laughter, and jubilation with each other. We have many tough days to come, a lot of pain, hard work, and dedication needed to achieve each of our dreams, but we must not forget the bonds of friendship and love that were crafted in these very halls. So, my fellow graduates, farewell for now, and until we meet again, congratulations